Which thermal paste spread is the best? We put several popular patterns to the test on the latest CPUs to find out, so you don't have to. First, let's talk the basics. You need paste because the top of your CPU and the bottom of your CPU cooler need to make as close to perfect contact as possible. Without a little help, this slab of copper and your CPU plate, they just can't get it on. This is where thermal interface material comes in. There are some who call it TIM, but to most of us, it's thermal paste. It's also known colloquially as CPU frosting.
Do not consume the forbidden frosting.
Now, you need the most complete paste spread in order to spread the heat. The top of the CPU is called the heat spreader, which, you guessed it, spreads heat from the CPU die to a larger area, making it easier to cool. The center of the CPU is technically the hottest because the die is in the center, but having full paste coverage over the entirety of the CPU heat spreader is important to get the lowest CPU temps possible. It's important to know that too little or too much paste will affect your performance, but we have a tip at the end to get the perfect amount of paste every single time. Now, the most common recommendation from cooler manufacturers and internet warriors is to use a pea-sized glob of thermal paste. But they were all of them deceived, for deep within the fiery heart of Mordor, other commonly recommended applications arose. Also, CPUs have changed over time. Intel's latest CPUs, including their Core Ultra CPUs, are tall boys, so we're gonna see how the traditional paste patterns spread, but AMD CPUs have off-center dies and chiplets, making distributed cooling even more important. Now that we've covered the basics, let's get pasting. For the full spread method, also known as the PB&J method, you can use a spatula to get that perfect application. And no, I don't mean this spatula, I mean that spatula. Some thermal paste will come with a tiny spatula, like this Cooler Master paste. Now, let's check out the results. Show me potato salad! Full spread gets the best possible coverage, even though some other methods do come close. But this makes sense, since full spread literally starts with perfect coverage. In fact, full spread is the only way to make sure you get exactly the right amount of paste on your CPU. The trick with full spread is to aim for the absolute thinnest layer possible. Paste works by filling in microscopic gaps, so the less paste that covers the entire CPU, the better. And don't just take our word for it. Many of the best overclockers in the world use the full spread method as well. Also, for the best performance, make sure your cooler is seated as tightly as possible on top of your CPU. And don't worry, so long as you have the correct mounting brackets in place, you won't hurt your CPU or your motherboard. The more pressure you can get between the CPU cooler and the CPU, the better the contact will be. The better the contact will be, the better the cooler can dissipate heat from your CPU. The better the CPU cooler can dissipate heat from the CPU, the cooler your CPU can run, the cooler your CPU can run, the faster it can run, the faster it can run, the better performance for you! And that is it. Any questions, drop them in the comments below, and as always, sub us for more great content, and head over to Newegg.com for the best PCs, components, and hardware this side of Night City. 9 thermal pastes were given to the realms of men, 5 to the dwarves, 3 thermal pastes to the elves.